Hey everyone, good morning. Maybe I'll be waiting for a couple of minutes here. Let's see how many people join. Once around, we'll get around a couple of peoples. We can start it out. So I want to know, am I audible? Can you see my screen? Can you see me? Can you confirm that? If you are able to see me, please let me know in the comment sections or chat sections so that I can get it confirmed that things are going well. Hey Rakesh, good morning. I don't know the time, buddy, in your place, but it's the morning here. So, okay, that's nice. So, welcome to the SAP Cloud Platform Enthusiast Series episode 7, I guess. 7, yes. And in this episode, I'm gonna talk more on how you can build machine learning model, custom machine learning model, maybe based on Keras, and then how you can deploy and run into SAP Cloud Platform Kima runtime. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. I guess only I see, I don't know how many people are watching here. Only I see 3 or 4, I guess. Yeah. So we'll wait for another 1 minute. I guess it's just like 11:01, so people are might be joining. Actually, I've taken break for 1 month. I was a lot of thing was going on, and I've been shifted to new place, and there was like a lot of setup was going on. So yeah, so that's the reason. Last 1 month I couldn't stream, but yeah, from now onwards I would try to continue, try to be more consistent. So yes, in this stream, I'm gonna talk, as I said, like more on the how can you build machine learning model and how you can deploy and run into Kima. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some very nice platform where you can develop machine learning model without knowing machine learning knowledge, to be honest, and it's actually have a good accuracy. And you have to have a Python knowledge and hey, I actually, hey, Ogananda, I actually live in Netherlands, to be honest. Yes, I live in Amsterdam. And if you've been in Amsterdam, please let me know. Maybe we can meet over coffee or maybe we can meet over beer. But after definitely the once COVID stuff uh, get get finished, or I don't know, the situations in other countries. I guess if I'm not wrong, you are from Germany, right? So yes, what I was talking about. Yes. So in this podcast, maybe I'm gonna show you some really nice, cool tools. I guess it's many people knows, or many of you don't know, but it actually helps you to generate. It basically it helps you to generate the custom machine learning model, and you can generate TensorFlow based shape model, as well as you can generate Keras model, and then finally you can build a Python applications like Flask based applications, which actually you can integrate with model to get the predictions, and then finally you dockerize it, and once you have a Docker container push to Docker Hub, I mean Docker images push to Docker Hub, what you can do is you can actually run it anywhere. So there was one of the blog I have written last 2 months back. That was a digital COVID-19 detection kit using machine learning. So the same approach I followed, and what I did is I created a machine learning model, and then finally I wrapped it up in kind of applications, Flask-based applications, and then what I did is I create a Docker image, and then finally I pushed to Cloud Foundry because Cloud Foundry also support Docker container. So, but in this case, normally what I'm going to do is like I'm going to do in Kima, because the Kima runtime is also becoming a popular nowadays after Cloud Foundry. And Kima is basically a Kubernetes implementations on cloud platform. So let's get started, and let me know once you're able to see my screen, because I'm going to share my screen now. I hope you are able to see my screen. So the tool I was talking about is teachable machines. I don't know how many of you heard about this tool. It's a really nice tool. It's purely based on the transfer learning framework. Like there is already pre-trained neural network has been. I mean, it's been continuously getting trained with all over the images, sounds, and poses. And it basically what it does basically there's a neural network. You'll have a lot of layers, and in the last layer they basically manipulate everything, and they gives you a keras or TensorFlow based model. So in this teachable machines, you can do a lot of things. One is you can actually develop machine learning model based on images. Also, you can do on sounds, as well as it can do with poses. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very basic machine learning model, which is normally uh, based on images actually. And I'm going to use food images, because I was like, I found it pretty interesting, because normally, to be honest, everyone loves food, and there are a lot of type of food you get in all over the world, and you don't know sometimes that what food it is. So I thought, okay, let's develop some machine learning model, and the model will be trained on based on the images of the food. So so what you need to do is to start this teachable machines, you just open this teachable machine with google.com. It's basically cloud-based tool, so you don't need anything installed in your local machine. So your local machine will be not, utilized for resource uses for training the model. So it's everything from Google. So you click on the get started, and then you see like there's a image projects, there's a audio projects, there's a post project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do with image project. So another interesting project could be, uh, currently if you look at the COVID-19 cases, there are a lot of things are going on, a lot of innovations are going on. And one innovation is like it's very mandatory. I find that's like every bus should have like public transport should have a kind of intelligent system which can detect the people are wearing mask or not. At least that's a very basic ground level innovative project I can think of with this machine learning stuff. So, and this is one of the nice framework, to be honest, to develop this, because you can actually train the model very quickly. To be honest, so quickly you can train. But yeah, definitely, if the data set is huge, then you need to wait for some time, and you have all the things you can do. There is another nice tool I can think of is Lobe. I don't know if you heard about Lobe or not. So Lobe is similar kind of stuff, but it's normally you have to install it in your machines, and actually for training actually you can your machines hardware will be utilized. Like if you are using MacBook, then your MacBook hardware will be utilized. If you're using Windows, then your total I mean your ThinkPad or any kind of machines will be utilized, and at least you need at least 32 GB or 16 GB to train it properly. Otherwise, it doesn't work always. And if you have a good system like GPU and all, then it's really work well. That is also from Microsoft. That is also open source and it's a free actually. I was exploring that also, and it also have a very nice accuracy in terms of predictions. There's another one like AWS recognitions, or we can also go with Azure custom vision service. But the problem is they charge too much money to train the model. So it's so easy to develop the model. It's like a drag and drop, almost same thing like teachable machine offers or Lowe offers. It's similar kind of thing, like it's a drag and drop. You just need to have a very basic machine learning skills, that how the machine learning works. And if you have a Python knowledge, then you just can wrap it up as a REST API, or wrap it up as like a Flask app, which can offer like API based machine learning model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this image, and you can see there's a class. So you can definitely add multiple classes. So for today's podcast, what I thought is like I'll be training a model based on some Indian foods actually. So I have downloaded some of the food data sets. I don't know how many people are watching. Okay, four people. So I have downloaded some of the datasets from Kaggle, to be honest. And Kaggle, you will get a lot of datasets, not only in food. There are many people, many researchers are like, publishing their model. Sometimes they publish the dataset they use, and those dataset you can actually use in your machine learning model, or maybe you can, if you want to develop something like that. So I have today one of the Indian foods, not Indian foods actually. It's like I have for all over the world. There are a lot of foods are there. So I'll show you that. I'll show you the how the data looks like. So this is my data. Okay. So you can see this is apple pie. You know. Then I have something called beef salad, chicken wings. Where is the Indian food? I'm just looking for Indian food. Samosa. So this is yeah. So I have a like I mean these are the data set I'm going to use for training. So maybe I'll have a 3 or 4 classes like samosa, pancake, donuts, be apple pie. I don't know. I can use as many I want, but for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use samosa. I'm going to use donuts. I'm going to use chicken curry or chicken wings. And yeah, dumplings also really looks good. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to train my model. So in order to train it, what you need to do is you need to give a class name, samosa. Okay. And what you need to do is you need to upload the images. So the teachable machine offers also Google Drive integrations. So if you have the dataset uploaded in Google Drive, you can actually import it directly from Google Drive. But to be honest, for this example, or for this like kind of podcast, I'm going to use the local machines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to download folder, and then I'll go to find this uh, food ML model, food ML dataset. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So here I have all the datasets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the samosa. Yeah. And some of the data I just need for quick training. Maybe I have a lot of data, but maybe I'm happy with 60 or 70 for now. Yeah, that's fine. It looks good. So once you load the data, so your one class is ready. The next class, what we're going to do is we're going to put donuts. And then similar way, I have to upload the images. So what I'm going to do is go to images, and then here I have donuts. This is not a good image actually. No, no, not this one. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Now I have some donuts. Yeah, fine, perfect. That is enough, I guess. Okay, perfect. So I have loaded the donuts, samosa, and maybe one more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the dumplings. So for that, I have to give a name of dumplings. Okay, images, and then sorry, it's like a lot of folders are there, and it's like really difficult to look at. B C D. Oh, dumplings. Yes. Yeah. So here I have a dumplings. Okay, perfect. I guess that's enough. So now I have three classes. One is samosa, one is donuts, one is dumplings. And it's super easy to train the model. Uh, I mean, you can actually do the settings like as you want. More slow, more good training will happen for your machine learning model. So for now, maybe I'll just do a quick training. So train it. It takes some time actually, almost minute, 5 to 6 minutes. So once your training would be done, actually you can do lots. It What you can do is it offers so many things, like it offers TensorFlow JS based model. Even the model you can keep it in to be honest, in Google, you know the Google Drive. And that also you can integrate with your app. Also, it provides you TensorFlow based proto buffer file. I mean, it's like a save model format, as well as it gives you Keras version of it. And that's the thing I like about this platform mostly, because when it helps you to export the model, you can use it anywhere, right? And now I'll show you, like, okay, export model. See the export model options. It's So one is the TensorFlow JS based. Like for example, you are planning to build web applications where you want to have machine learning based features. Like for example, sometime what happens in e-commerce websites specifically, you try to upload images of your apparel product. Like it could be a t-shirt, it could be any kind of wear. And then normally the e-commerce websites suggest you that, okay, the product could be from this below listing. So how this happens, like they use TensorFlow JS. It's a very nice framework from TensorFlow that you can actually have in your web applications. Then you have TensorFlow Lite, and then you have a TensorFlow. So in the TensorFlow versions, I need the Keras version. I can also have a save model version, but I actually was experimenting with Keras. Before that, I already experimented with save model. So, and I found it very easy to do that, because it first of all, it gives you the code snippet, that how you can actually call the model and how you can integrate the model with your Flask applications. I mean, with your Python applications. So definitely you have to build a Flask applications to have, or to make it as a REST API. So if I click on the download my model, what it does is actually it gives you a Keras model format like H5, and it gives you some I guess label informations. Otherwise, you need to make a label informations, and then you have the this code snippets. So what it is doing is basically, I'll show you. This is basically loading the model from the folder, okay, and then you are using PIL for opening the image, okay, and then basically you are converting the images to NumPy array, okay, and then finally that NumPy array you are passing it to the model to get the predictions. As simple as it. But this code actually need to do little modifications when will be it will not work right away. That's what I have faced. So you need to do little modifications, and the modifications, I'll show you what modification need to be done. But it's pretty much like I would say 60% or 70% work, you know. So yeah, I have downloaded this Keras model, you know, and what I'll do is I'll go here, and I'll show you what is there. Yeah, so it gives you a label, okay, and it gives you a Keras model. So what we need to do is we need to create a Python application first to integrate with this model. So where we'll pass the images. So normally for the predictions, so we'll pass the images to the model, and it gives us the informations how much accuracy of the predictions for the particular images. So for example, we pass samosa or we pass something like dumplings, then it should give a proper information that okay, it's a dumpling or it's a samosa. So I have already created a kind of applications. Maybe I'll show you. This is what I have created. So you can see I just like created an app folder. So in that app folder, what I have is like the predict.py. So that's basically basically the code snippet. Some of the code snippet I have taken from uh, the teachable machines. So what my this predict.py does is it basically receives the image URL, okay, and then open it using like URL open of library of Python, and then what it does basically it sends to this particular functions called predict image, and here what I'm doing is I am converting that image to a NumPy array, and then that NumPy array I am passing it to the model for the predictions. How many people are there? Sorry, actually, hey Navid, good morning. Actually, sorry, I was not monitoring the chat because I just have a one laptop, so I couldn't monitor. To try donuts, an Indian Meduvar. Oh, okay, I got it. So it's like it looks like same actually. The donuts and the bada. Yes, the donuts and bada actually looks like same. To be honest, yes, and that's the reason it could get. I understand what you are trying to say. Yeah, the machine learning model could get confused because from the picture point of view, it looks like almost same. Yes, that's true. Yeah, maybe we need to yeah, that's true. I mean, I have to find a way like I did never tried this like bada and the donuts, to be honest, together. I never tried it. But yeah, it's a good interesting suggestion that maybe I can try it out, and I can maybe come up with something interesting fact. Okay, so let's go back to the code snippet. Yes. And then what I'm doing is like once I'm getting the prediction, so I am basically running a for loops to just make it a proper format so that my prediction would be formatted as a JSON format. And this predict URL function is being called from a Flask applications. You can see the app.py. So in the app.py is basically just like a similar kind of if you have worked with Express.js or Node.js based REST API, so like the same. It's basically you have the router, it routes to particular Python functions. Same thing. What like if you know about Node.js or if you know about Express.js, it does the same thing actually. So so what is happening is here like it's just like creating a HTTP server, and then you have the predict URL. Okay, so predict URL handler. Yes, so when someone like call slash image and then pass the image URL, so what it will do is basically it will call this particular functions like a predict URL, and it pass the image URL, and then it will call this particular Python applications, I mean particular Python functions, and from there it will take it forward. Like another observations I have seen, to be honest, like it doesn't work directly with URL options. You need to create a kind of dummy SSL. I mean, if it is, you need to create a dummy SSL. Otherwise, it doesn't work. It always gives error. I don't know. I'm trying to dig it out why it is not working. So that's the reason I have using this SSL for making it happen. And then finally, from here, once you have the image, you use PIL to open the image, and you pass it to the predict image functions. And the predict image, what it does basically, it's convert that image to NumPy array. And before that, definitely we need to load the model. And then you need to convert it in NumPy array, and then NumPy array, that array you can directly pass it to your model. And then once you get a predictions, so that predictions like it gives you kind of 0 1 or something like that. So that particular format, maybe once you can, if you just try this code directly, you will get the format like it's like a kind of 0 and 1. So and based on your class, according to your class, for example, samosa is in the first layer, or samosa in the first number, so it gives, and if you are passing donut, so it will give you like 0 1 0, something like that. So I need to format it proper way so that my application would understand. At least I would get the response, so that I can integrate with either kind of mobile applications or UF applications, or even in conversational AI or any kind of things. And I also prefer URL because over image. The reason is, for example, you are trying to create a conversational AI based bot, which is totally integrated with Telegram, or maybe a Facebook Messenger, or maybe Microsoft Team. Then it provides you the image URL. It create an image URL. The image you upload actually in the messaging app, it basically create a dummy, not dummy, it's basically generated a random URL, and that URL you get. So that's the reason I have found that okay, this approach, or this URL approach works everywhere. Like even the WhatsApp based, like if you want to build a WhatsApp based chatbot, or WhatsApp based conversational AI system, where you want to have this kind of intelligent stuff, like based on image, you want to call a particular machine learning model and get the prediction, or get the kind of like insight, what is in this particular image. Then I would say like always go with this image URL, because that's very important. But yeah, definitely you can also have options uh, to like, rather than, I mean, you can have both options like image URL as well as image. In that case, like it will be like a multi-part form data. I mean, as like we as we pass the any file like PDF or any kind of file, that would be treated as the same way. So yes, where we are. So this is the application structure, and you need to create also a label. The way it's actually maintained in your teachable machine class. For example, your samosa is in first class, so definitely you have to maintain it in first. You cannot maintain it in second, because otherwise it's gonna give you wrong wrong insight. Because if you look at this, sorry, this is another one. So if you look at this, what I'm doing is like I'm opening this, I'm reading this level file, okay, and I am basically the predictions I'm getting in a number. So I'm basically multiplying with 100, and I'm just making it like, kind of a key value pair. So if like if you maintain the label in wrong way, I mean wrong order, then it's not gonna work with you. It could give you wrong insight or wrong predictions. Like definitely the model would give you correct predictions, but the actual response of when you call the REST API or when you call the particular application, it's gonna be messed up. So this is what how it looks like, and I'm actually also covering one blog. It's like the blog is in halfway, so there also you'll get all the code snippet. I will try to keep all the code snippet and trying to make a kind of a template that people just need to put the h5 file, I mean this keras model, and the labels, that's it, inside a folder, and they can just, it just will work. They don't need to focus on the other codes, what it is happening, because almost everything is same. It just like your model and labels are different based on your training or based on your requirements, right? And then finally what I'm doing is like I am created a Docker file. I've created a Docker file. It's a very simple thing. So in the Docker file, what I've done is I just give instructions like I need this all model like a tensor, because keras is a basically part of TensorFlow. I need a TensorFlow 2.0.2. I need a Flask for creating a REST API or creating a kind of HTTP server, and I need a pillow for opening the image. And then what I'm doing is I'm just copying this app folder, okay, and I'm exposing the port 80, and then I am basically running this particular app.py like applications with non-debugging mode. So once I have this Docker image, actually I can do a lot. I can deploy it anywhere I want. Like if you want in Cloud Foundry, you can deploy it in Cloud Foundry. If you want to deploy it in Kubernetes-based runtime, Kima, that's where also you can do. And I found it like in Kima, it's really makes sense, because the Kima also have a lot of options to offer. First of all, it's like more scalable, what I feel, and at the same time, you you can have a lot of API rules that you don't need to write in your Flask applications, that you can directly get from your Kimas. So I will just show you how it looks like. Okay, so I'll just create a Docker container. Demo. Yeah, so I have a Docker file. So to create it, I guess a Docker build. 1 minute. minute. Let me just check this. I'm very I always keep forgetting the command, so I'll just like copy paste. That's the best options I have. So what I can do is uh, tea machine food. So I have the Docker images created, and I can actually run the Docker container locally also. But what I'm gonna do is maybe I can run it. I can try to run it. Uh, okay. Tea machine food. Yeah, so it's actually working. So it's actually running, and I have my Docker dashboard where I can see that it's running or not. Yes, it's running. So what I can do is now I can open a Postman because it's actually mm, creating a already created REST API inside my system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a Postman and first test it out. Okay, things are working or not. Uh, sorry. Okay, perfect. I guess this is I don't know. Maybe let me get a samosa picture. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I can try this. See how it open. Okay, hopefully. Or maybe this one. I don't know. I will try this one. Yeah, in local machines I have seen it's like pretty little slow. Like it takes first time it takes around 5 to 6 seconds. Yeah, it's the first time it is loading, so it's gonna take some time. Yeah. Yeah. So here you see, uh, it gives you the predictions like 99% for samosa, and 0.032% for apple pie, 5% for chicken curry, 1% for chicken wings, 0% for donuts, 0% for dumplings, 5% for pancake. Okay, let's try with something with donuts. Let's see. Okay, let's look into this. Yeah, it looks like a colorful. Maybe this is so big. Actually, I don't know how it will work in Postman or not, because Postman create a problem I've seen. Okay. In the meantime, maybe I'll just look at streaming. Well, if you look at this probability of donuts, it looks like 100%. It's completely 100%. So now what I'm going to do is I have the Docker image, I have the Docker container. So I'm going to just push it to Docker Hub. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy this machine learning model in Kima actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to going to the Docker push command. I'm going to use for three. So once I have this in Docker machine foot, yes. So once I have this in Docker Hub, what I can do is I can actually deploy it to Kima from there. And for deploying it to Kima, what I need to do is I'll just wait for that to be pushed in Docker Hub. And what I'll do is now I'm going to go to my trial account, because now Kima is also available in trial account. And I have already installed a kubectl for is a Kubernetes client for interacting with Kima, because I cannot just directly upload the model, or I cannot directly just upload the applications in Kima. So what I need to do is I need a kubectl, and in order to deploy it to Kima runtime of Cloud Platform. So, yep. And before that, before deploying it to Kima, you need two things. One is your kubectl, okay, where your all the configurations files are there, or all the configurations for interacting with your Kima is there. So I'm going to download this, and I'm going to set this actually. So what I'm going to do is going to Macintosh so I have a folder called Kima, where I actually so this is where I have to set my Kima's. I'm saving my kube config for interacting with Kima through kubectl. So I have actually noted all the commands just for time being. I don't want anything like kind of messed up in between this podcast, or in between this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I have this, I guess. Yes, I have this. So there's a one website where you can actually get the guidance how actually you can use kubectl for Docker, to be honest. So this is one of the very nice informations I found, and it works pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first set my kube config for kubectl client. So I'll go here. Yeah, it's pushed to Docker Hub, you can see. And then, sorry. Yeah. So I have to first set my path. So in order to do that, I need to go to the Kima folder. So I guess I can go from here, cd Kima. Okay, sorry. I can open a terminal. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I have this cube config. What I'm gonna do is paste. Yeah, so my now it's set to the my Kima. My kubectl is now set to my Kima. Uh, and then I can do everything I want. I can create deployment. I can create the service, all I want. So in order to first thing is you need to create deployment, and in order to create deployment, you should have, as I said, like you should have the Docker image. So I have just now what I did. I pushed my uh, machine learning model as a Docker image to my Docker hub, and my Docker uh, image is not this one. T machine food. So just get it verified here. Yeah, T machine food. This is my image name, and the tag name is Arini. And you can give a name. Okay, so deployment has been created. Now we need to do is set to the cluster. And then finally you need to expose it as a service. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to put the correct one, and that is, I guess, T machine foot. T machine foot. You can see this is the one. Okay, so once it is done, then you can actually expose it as a service in Kima. And in order to do that, what you need to do is just expose it. And once your expose is done, then you can actually go to Kima and you can see your pods, and you can actually create a REST API from there. Food, and go to change the name. Yeah, so the service is exposed, and now I can go to my Kima. Hopefully it should be there. Yeah, you can see 8 ports. And where is my ports? T machine food, yes. Yeah, it's there. And here I go with the services, and I can actually expose the REST API. So you can give a name, and what are the operations you want. So in this case, I can put it all, but only the post would work, because I have implementations for only post in my Flask applications. So yeah, you can also define this API rules. That's what I like most about it. Like as I was telling you in beginning, like if I deploy it in Cloud Foundry and if I deploy it in Kima, there's a difference, and the difference is like in Cloud Foundry, if I deploy, then either you need to use kind of API managements again to secure, or you implement everything in your application, inside your applications. But in Kima, it's I really like this access strategy it provides, or it offers. You can actually create, like, for example, it's a OAuth2 or JWT based, you can do this. Maybe in next streaming, I'm going to show you how to do that, or maybe I'm going to write a blog about it, and maybe there you can see that, okay, how thing works. But for now, I'm just creating API without having any kind of security. But here you can use any of this, I mean, JWT or OAuth2, to be honest, to secure your machine learning APIs. Yeah, that's it. So you have now this T machine food. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully gate method is not allowed. That's for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the postman and see. Okay. Sorry. Let's see now. It takes time for first time. It will take around 7 seconds, I guess. I'm still trying to, yeah, 8 seconds for first time. And you see the donuts is 100 because last time we used the donuts picture. Case is a donut picture. Let's, yeah. And now you can actually integrate with mobile, web applications, conversational AI, whatever you want. So yes, if you have any questions, then please shoot it in these live chat options. Otherwise, yeah, maybe we'll see you in the next streaming. So can I assume that you don't have any questions? Okay, then I guess I hope you enjoyed the stream, and maybe, yeah, we'll see next stream. In the meantime, I wish you great health. I wish you, yeah, thank you, Rakesh. So yeah, we'll see in next stream, and by the meantime, I wish all of you great health and happy weekend. Thank you for joining the stream.